Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers. Try and get rid of all you haters and you busters. Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers. Trying to get rid of all you haters and you busters. What's the sense of it all? Pippin' powder and trying to make pennies seem lie on the stand.
Hello and welcome to episode number 21 of WITM Season 8, and it is time for NXT 2.0, where we have a huge main event here on this card. It will be our WITM matchup, and is going to see Tyger Brown of the Falcon Claws make his return to singles action, taking on an old rival of the Falcon Claws, the leader of Chase University, Andre Chase. And this is going to be a number one contenders match to the NXT Championship, held by Tony D'Angelo, the leader of the D'Angelo family. The winner getting a future NXT Championship shot against Tony D'Angelo. Now, Tyger Brown has been in this position before. He was the number one contender to the NXT Championship about a month or so ago, but was injured and was not able to make his scheduled title match, and so he unfortunately missed out on this opportunity. But he has a chance to get right back in that spot here if he can get past Andre Chase here in the main event and this number one contenders match. So who will be Tony D'Angelo's next challenger for the NXT Championship? Will it be the Falcon Claws, Tyger Brown, in his return to singles action? Or will it be the leader of Chase University, Andre Chase, trying to bring home the gold for his university? Let's find out and get our main event, number one contenders match, underway.
Waiting your turn, you might have time to speak. There barely was a lesson learned, 'cause in return, no favors back to me. I'm sure it tasted oh so sweet, but it was never good enough for me. I bit the tongue behind my taste. It was never good enough for me. You say you always keep your word. Show me what you're after. I thought you promised me the world. Tell me what you're after. Don't wanna take it way too far, 'cause here we are, waiting once again. You say you always keep your word. Show me what you're after, just a little faster. Am I the only eyes that see so steadily this cut and dry routine? Even when you're by my side, I still need time to feel the company. I'm sure it tasted oh so sweet, but it was never good enough for me. I bit the tongue behind my taste. It was never good enough for me. You say you always keep your word. Show me what you're after.
And his opponent, accompanied by the Tail, from North Carolina, weighing in at 217 pounds, Andre Chase.
And there's the bell. This number one contenders match is underway. Tyger Brown has Darth in his corner, the interim leader of the Falcon Claws, Andre Chase has fellow Chase University member Taya Hale in his corner. Which man will have a date with NXT champion Tony D'Angelo with the NXT championship on the line, as Tyger, in his return to singles action, gets some offense in. But there's Chase with a reversal and another right. Now Chase with a suplex. And there is an arm breaker by Chase, now going into a submission. Doing some damage to the arm of Brown, trying to neutralize some of his power. Now a stomp to the back. Reversal by Brown. Brown going springboard, and the springboard dropkick connects. Now they lock up. Brown giving Chase a taste of his own medicine with a suplex, sending his head into the yellow zone. Chase responds with a suplex of his own. And a stomp by Chase. Tyger forced up. There is a right from Chase. And a backbreaker. And now a stomp sends Brown's body, or I thought it was sending his body into the yellow zone. It flashed for a second, but I guess not. As now Chase goes to work on the leg and ankle of Brown, trying to neutralize some of his speed as well. Chase continuing to make a target out of that leg of Brown. Brown with a roll-up cover. But Chase powers out at one, trying to catch Chase by surprise there. Now a drop kick by Brown to the back of Chase. And Chase is going to head outside to recover. Brown looking for the support of the NXT Universe before he shows off a little bit more for the NXT Universe. Brown definitely has no shortage of confidence there as he sneaks up behind Chase as he does some taunting. Good awareness there by Brown, and he connects with a suplex there on the outside, sending the head of Chase into the yellow zone as well as the body. Now Chase forced back to the ring. Brown leaps back into the ring. Chase trips the legs and now has a submission locked in on the legs of Brown. Chase has been making a target out of the legs of Brown, trying to neutralize his speed. Brown is able to break the hold, but a little bit of damage done to that leg. But enough to hit a drop kick. Now Brown with a suplex. Taya Hale not liking what she's seeing right now. Brown is going to miss with a drop kick, but tripped the leg, and then another drop kick is evaded by Chase, and he hits one of his own. Brown evades the stomp. And hits the slingshot. Chase is heading down the orange zone. Brown feeling confident. He hits the DDT, sending Chase head first into the apron. And Chase is going to head to the outside near Taya Hale, try to recollect himself. Brown goes for the headbutt, but misses, but does hit the springboard drop kick. Brown goes for cover, center ring. Chase powers out almost immediately at one. Brown with a drop kick. And now we're right. Chase is heading in the red zone. Chase at risk of injury. Brown sent to the corner, suffering his first major damage of the match. His body in the yellow zone. Chase gets behind Brown and lifts Brown up by his head over the top rope. And now Chase goes for cover. And nearly becomes #1 contender, but Brown powers out at 2. There's a stomp to the back. Chase pins down the arm of Brown and attacks the hand and the wrist. Chase now with a knee to the back of the head of Brown. Brown gets back to his feet, hits another sling blade. Reversal by Chase. Chase carrying Brown. And toss him into the corner and then across the ring. Reversal by Brown. Brown deadlifts Chase. And bench presses him, showing off some of his power before tossing Chase behind him, sending his body into the orange zone. Now Brown with a power bomb. Again, showing off his power. Now Chase forced up to his feet. As sent head first into the canvas in front of Darth. Now Brown with a series of strikes. Now Brown look to take flight. And connects with the 450 splash. Brown goes for cover on stunned Andre Chase. And still that is not enough to put Chase away. Brown in shock as Chase falls to the outside. NXT Universe chanting, "We are not worthy." Getting behind this match and behind Tyger Brown. These are two fan favorites here, but only one can become the number one contender to the NXT Championship. Chase gets behind Brown and connects with a massive neck breaker. And now stomps to the head. Knee drop to the head of Brown. Brown with a reversal. Elbow drop by Brown. Brown targeting the leg of Chase, trying to give Chase a little Chase was on medicine. Chase forced up and sent back to the ring on a count of 7. And he'll be joined by Brown, breaking the count. Brown tuning up the band there in the corner. Super kick connects. Good position, center ring. Brown goes for cover and puts away Andre Chase to once again become number one contender to the NXT Championship. Brown has a future NXT Championship shot against Tony D'Angelo.
Crash and burn, just waiting your turn. I have time to speak. There barely was a lesson learned. Cause it will return no favors back to me. I'm sure it.
Okay, so Tyger Brown picking up the victory, becoming the official number one contender to the NXT Championship held by Tony D'Angelo. But his celebration will be short-lived as he and Darth are celebrating in the ring. Two masked men, perhaps associated with the same masked man that attacked Darth 2 weeks ago backstage, jumped Darth and Tyger as they were celebrating and attacked them, leaving them laying in the ring to end this edition of NXT. The masked men, whose identities we do not know, continue to target the Falcon Claws. What is their reasoning? And what are their identities? We still do not know. But for now, let's get into our results and rankings update. In our opening matchup, Tony D'Angelo, the NXT Champion, defeated JD McDonough in a non-title matchup. Also non-title action, the NXT Women's Champion Blair Davenport defeated Roxanne Perez. In a match that was originally scheduled to be between Toxic Attraction and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, it instead became a tag team match between Miko Satomura and Lash Legend and JC Jane and Gigi Dolan of Toxic Attraction that was won by Satomura and Legend. In our first of 3 qualifying matches for the NXT North American Championship match at Halloween Havoc, Axiom locked himself into that matchup. We now have half of the field for that matchup. The defending champion Carmelo Hayes and now Axiom will be part of that matchup. Next week it will be the Falcon Claws Cabbages versus Wes Lee to determine the third entrant into that matchup. And in our WITM matchup in the main event, Tyger Brown defeated Andre Chase to become the number one contender to the NXT Championship. Now, does that affect the rankings on NXT? Let's find out. The NXT Women's Tag Team Champions are Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, number contenders Valentina Feroz and Alyssa Leon, number 2, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane of Toxic Attraction. The NXT Women's Champion is Blair Davenport, number 1 contender Mandy Rose, number 2, Roxanne Perez, number 3, Nikita Lyons, number 4, Cora Jade, number 5, Lash Legend, number 6, Miko Satomura, number 7, Taya Hale, number 8, Ariana Grace, number 9, Abba Fire, number 10, Tatum Paxley, number 11, Tiffany Stratton, number 12, Fallon Henley, number 13, Indy Hartwell, number 14, Ivy Nile, number 15, Wendy Chu, number 16, Zoe Stark. The NXT Tag Team Champions are Darth and Sword of the Falcon Claws, number contenders, the Creed Brothers, representing the Diamond Mine. Number 2, Pretty Deadly. Number 3, Idris Inoue and Malik Blade. Number 4, Briggs and Jensen. Number 5, The Dyad, Jagger Reed and Rick Fowler representing Schism. Number 6, Gallus. The NXT North American Champion is Carmelo Hayes, number Contender, and confirmed to be one of his 3 opponents at Halloween Havoc in the 4-man ladder match Axiom. Number 2, Cabbages. Number 3, Trick Williams. Number 4, Von Wagner. Number 5, Wes Lee. Number 6, Nathan Frazier. Number 7, Grayson Waller. The NXT Champion is Tony D'Angelo, number Contender, and his confirmed opponent in about a month at NXT Halloween Havoc for the NXT Championship, Tyger Brown. Number 2, Ilya Dragunov. Number 3, Andre Chase. Number 4, Apollo Crews. Number 5, Braun Breaker. Number 6, Cameron Grimes. Number 7, Joe Gacy, who has returned from injury. Number 8, Duke Hudson. Number 9, Tyler Bates. Number 10, JD McDonough. Now we advance to WWE main event, where both Raw and NXT superstars are eligible to compete. That is not a major show, so I can go ahead and show that card on screen, and we'll find out if that is where we'll find our episode 22 matchup. And yes, in episode number 22, we are going to see Queen Alpaca in action, just her second match as a member of the main roster, as part of the Raw roster, competing in the main event, looking for revenge against Damage Control after their leader Bayley defeated Queen Alpaca in her Raw debut. She'll now be taking on the 2 underlings of Bayley, Io Sky and Dakota Kai, in tag team action. She'll be joined by her friend from her days on NXT, Roxanne Perez, the woman who handed Queen Alpaca the first loss of her career, ending her undefeated streak, who she gained respect for and a friendship with afterwards. Will Alpaca be able to get her first win as a member of the main roster and help climb up the Raw Women's Division rankings, or will Damage Control hand Queen Alpaca her second loss of her time on the main roster? We'll find out in episode number 22, but that does it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you miss a single moment of WITM action. Check out the links in the description as well. The first being for Dubby. It is a fantastic energy drink that sponsors all 3 WITM board members. You can use any of our coupon codes to receive 10% off and support WITM as well. And until episode number 22, where Queen Alpaca will tag with Roxanne Perez to take on Io Sky and Dakota Kai of Damage Control, this is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.